A solid conducting sphere having a charge q is surrounded by an uncharged concentric conducting hollow spherical shell. Let the potential difference between the surface of the solid sphere and that of the outer surface of hollow sphere be V. What will be the new potential difference between the same two surfaces if the shell is given a charge of minus 3q? Here the condition is shown. It is a solid spherical sphere with radius a, and it is a shell of radius b, and a smaller sphere, that is a smaller sphere has charge q, and the potential difference between these two sphere is given. In the case of a charged conducting sphere, we know that V inside equal to V surface equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught q by r, where r is the radius of a sphere, and V out equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught q by r, where r is the distance of point from the center of a sphere. So if A and B are the radii of a sphere and a spherical shell respectively, potential at their surfaces will be V sphere 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught q by A, and V shell 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught q by B. According to problem, V sphere minus V shell equals to V. This implies q by 4 pi epsilon naught under bracket 1 by A minus 1 by B equals to V. Now when charge of minus 3q is given to the shell, then new potential of a sphere and shell are V dash sphere equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught q by A plus 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught minus 3q by B, because now this shell has charge in minus 3q. So potential on the sphere of a smaller sphere, there will be potential due to this sphere also, and V dash shell will be 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught q by B, because it is the outside point for the sphere A, and plus 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught minus 3q by B. Hence V dash sphere minus V dash shell, new potential difference equal to q by 4 pi epsilon naught, and this will cancel out, and q by 4 pi epsilon naught under bracket 1 by A minus 1 by B equals to V. So the potential difference remains same, that is there is no effect in potential difference if a charge is given to the shell. This is because by presence of charge on outer shell, potential everywhere inside and on the surface of the shell will change by the same amount. Principle of a generator. A generator is an instrument for producing high voltage in the million volt region. Its design is based on the principle that if a conductor is enclosed by a hollow conductor and brought in contact with each other, all of its charge transferred to the hollow conductor, no matter whatever be the potential of the hollow conductor. Let's prove this principle. Now proof. Consider a spherical conductor A having charge QA. This is a spherical conductor having charge QA is enclosed by a conductor B having charge QB. So we have VA equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught QA by RA plus QB by RB, and VB will be equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught QA by RB plus QA by RB. Hence VA minus VB equals to QA by 4 pi epsilon naught under bracket 1 by RA minus 1 by RB. This is equation 1. Now since RA is less than RB, So 1 by RA will be greater than 1 by RB, or this imply 1 by RA minus 1 by RB is greater than 0. That is RA minus 1 by RA minus 1 by RB is positive. So this value is positive. This whole value is positive. Thus VA minus VB depends on QA. The value of VA minus VB will be depends on QA. Case 1, if QA is positive, then VA minus will be positive. This implies VA minus VB greater than 0, or VA is greater than VB. So the charge flow from A to B until VA equals to VB, because potential of A is greater than potential of B. So positive charge always flow from higher potential to lower potential. So all charge of A will flow to the charge B until when both will have same potential, that is VA equal to VB. This is possible only when QA becomes 0. QA becomes 0, that is all charge of A flows to B, because positive charge flow from higher potential to lower potential. Second case, if QA is negative, then VA minus VB will be equal to negative, and this implies VA minus VB is less than 0, or VA is less than VB. Now as negative charge flow from lower potential to higher potential, so in this case also charge will flow from a sphere A to a sphere B. Thus we see that the whole charge QA flow from inner sphere to outer sphere. No matter how high QB is, charge always flow from A to B, that is from inner sphere to outer sphere, whether QA is greater than QB, or QB is greater than QA, or VA is greater than VB, or VB is greater than VA. In all cases, charge flow from inner sphere to outer sphere. This is the principle of generator, and we have proved it. Two hollow conductors are charged positively. The smaller is at 50 volt and the bigger is at 100 volt. How should they be arranged such that the charge flows from the smaller to the bigger conductor when connected by a wire? Now by principle of generator, when a smaller conductor is enclosed by bigger conductor, charge will flow from a smaller to bigger. So 50 volt should be enclosed by 100 volt conductor. So this will be the arrangement. So this 50 volt will be a smaller and be a spherical conductor. Bigger spherical conductor will be of 100 volt. Now this can be also solved with the second method. Then for example, the potential of A will be 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught QA by R when they are separated to each other. We are here I am seeing the potential individually. So V potential of A will be 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught QA by R, where R is the radius of sphere A. So QA will be 4 pi epsilon naught RA into VA, or 4 pi epsilon naught 50, because VA is given, potential of a smaller sphere is given. Now when A is enclosed by B, then VA will be, that is potential of A will be 50 volts plus 100 volt equals to 150 volt, and potential of B will be 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught QA by RB due to a smaller sphere plus 100, because bigger sphere the value of potential of bigger sphere is given. So 4 pi now value of QA is given. So 4 pi epsilon naught RA into VA divided by 4 pi epsilon naught RB plus 100, or RA by RB into 50 plus 100. Now since RA by RB is less than 1, This implies RA by RB into 50 will be less than 50, or RA by RB into 50 plus 100 will be less than 50 plus 100. This implies VB is less than BA. So potential of B is less than potential of A. So charge will flow from A to B, because positive charge always flow from higher potential to lower potential. Next, two concentric hollow conductor with charge is shown. Now the conductor is connected by conducting wire. What is new charge on conductor? Here a smaller conductor and this is a bigger conductor, a spherical conductor, and A has a spherical conductor A has charge minus 20 coulomb, and a spherical conductor B has charge plus 10 coulomb. And now when it is connected to wire, what will be the situation we have to discuss. Now when the conductor A and B is connected, whole of charge A will flow to B by the principle of generator. So new charges are QA dash, that is now the charge on A will be equal to QA dash will be equal to 0, new charge on A will be 0, and charge on B will be this charge plus this charge, because this whole charge has flown at a spherical conductor B. So Q dash B will be QA plus QB minus 20 coulomb plus 10 coulomb equals to minus 10 coulomb. Next, earthing of a conductor. Potential of earth is taken to be 0. If a conductor is connected to the earth, the potential of the conductor becomes equal to that of earth, that is 0. If the conductor was at the some other potential, charge will flow from it to the earth, or from the earth to it, bring its potential to 0. For example, here it is shown, this rod has charge plus Q. Now when it is earthed, whole charge will flow to the earth, so that its potential becomes chargeless, so that its potential should be 0, because Q is 0, so its potential will also be 0 here in this case. Again in this case, this is a sphere B and it has charge plus Q, QB equal to plus Q. Now when it is earthed, QB equal to 0, whole charge will flow to the earth, so that its potential becomes 0. Again in this case, it has negative charge on the sphere. When it is earthed, again this whole negative charge will flow to the earth, so that its potential should be 0, and when charge will be 0, so potential will be also 0. But this case will not be always possible. Note, this is simple case in which the potential of a conductor is 0, then charge on conductor is also 0, but there may be cases in which potential of conductor will be 0 while the charge on conductor will not be 0. For example, here in this case, a metallic two metallic spherical cell is shown. One cell is enclosed by another cell, and A has charge plus Q and B has charge minus Q, and then a spherical cell B is earthed. Then the charge on minus Q, this charge will flow to the earth, and only charge on A will be left. No, here the charge on A is plus Q and charge is on B is minus Q, but it is earthed, so potential of B is 0, but your charge on it is not 0, because here QB equals to minus Q, but VB equal to 0. So potential is 0, but charge is not 0, because if we calculate the potential at any point on this sphere, so we have 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught plus QA by RB, because for this sphere it is outside point, and plus 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught minus q by rb. So this will add to give 0, so will be 0 potential.